culture is something that a lot of business leaders struggle with. And I've talked with business leaders around the world about why is it difficult to cultivate a healthy, valuable, sustainable culture. And here are some of the things that I hear are problems. One is that some leaders really doubt the importance of culture. They think, well, if we have a strong strategy, if we develop good products and services, do we really need to pay attention to our culture? But you know what Jim Collins, the leadership guru and the author of Built to Last and Good Great, says that culture is strategy. It's what enables you to execute on your strategy. So it's extremely important for business leaders to pay attention to. Now, some leaders are concerned about how long it seems to take to cultivate a healthy culture. And it's true that when you have a culture, it's not going to produce the kind of short-term results that maybe opening a new residence or maybe introducing a new product or service might. But believe me, having a healthy culture is far more sustainable in terms of the results that it produces, and it makes those short-term efforts much more effective anyway. Some people are concerned about the cost that they perceive that culture building takes. And frankly, I really don't think that culture building requires additional investment. It means just doing your things differently. But nonetheless, I think some people question the return on investment on culture. But you know what? Things like being able to reduce your turnover, that alone hits your bottom line if you've got a great culture. In fact, I read a recent report on a company that was able to extend or reduce the turnover of their salespeople from people turning over 2 years to every 3 years. And just by having that small reduction in turnover and a better experience for their employees while they were employed, the company got a net revenue gain of $1.3 million just from that small change. So culture definitely does pay out. Some organizations are held back from having a healthy culture because of inconsistency. Some leaders do some culture building some of the time. But because it's not an everyday practice, it's not an ethos of the organization, the culture doesn't really take hold. And because of that, the culture doesn't produce results. And so that's why you have these questions about it. And then I talk to a lot of leaders who just don't know how to get there. They might know that culture is important, but you know what? They don't teach culture building in business school. They should, because it's what takes your results from good, merely good to really great, but a lot of leaders just don't know how to cultivate culture. I'm curious as to whether you see any of these barriers here at Human Good. So we're going to do another poll. So go ahead and take out your app or your mobile device and open up the app.